Welcome back. I'm the Focus Fox. Now that you have worked hard setting up the DRC, it's time to start using it. The first step is to explain the DRC to the student. Parents should explain the DRC to the student at home, and the student's teacher, or other school personnel involved with the DRC, like the school counselor or learning specialist, should explain the DRC at school. The teacher should meet with the student privately to introduce the DRC and review the student's goals. The DRC should be presented as something positive that the student's parents and teachers are working on together to help the student meet their goals and earn recognition for their accomplishments. When introducing goals, the teacher should be sure to provide several examples so that the student has a clear understanding of which behaviors will result in meeting their goals and which will not. For example, if the student has a goal to raise their hand before speaking, the teacher might explain that calling out would result in a no for that goal. It is also helpful for the student to role-play appropriate behaviors that would earn them a yes for meeting their goal, like raising their hand and waiting to be called on before speaking. The teacher should provide lots of praise and encouragement while the student is practicing appropriate behavior. Reviewing goals ahead of time gives the student clear expectations for behavior and makes it easier to meet goals. As the DRC gets underway, children will benefit from frequent reminders about their goals. Parents should briefly review the DRC with the child each morning before school and should remind the child of home rewards to keep up motivation. Teachers should also have a brief check-in with students at the start of the day to review DRC goals, discuss any home rewards that were earned the previous day, and provide encouragement to meet goals. If the child had a tough time the day before, this can also be a good opportunity to remind the child that today is a brand new opportunity to meet goals. Children, especially younger ones, benefit from frequent feedback throughout the day to help them stay on track towards meeting goals. Feedback on DRC goals should be delivered immediately after the child exhibits a target behavior, at the end of each DRC period or subject area, and at the end of each day. The DRC is meant to be a positive intervention, so it is very important that students receive positive feedback when they meet goals and show appropriate behavior. When students miss a goal, feedback should be brief and neutral in tone and should be delivered privately. When reviewing DRC progress at the end of an interval or subject area, the teacher should praise the student for any goals that were met and inform the student of any goals that were missed. Students should be reminded that they have a whole new opportunity to meet goals during the next class period. This interaction should be very brief, 10 seconds or less. At the end of each day, feedback should follow a similar format with the teacher briefly reviewing the student's overall progress for the day. If applicable, the teacher should also provide any school-based rewards that were earned. At home, parents should review the DRC with the child as soon as they are able. This routine should be as consistent as possible so that the child looks forward to reviewing the DRC with their parent each day. Parents should provide praise for any goals that the child met that day and should provide brief, neutral feedback on any goals that were missed. If earned, parents should provide home rewards and celebrate the child's success. If a reward is not earned that day, parents should let the child know in a matter-of-fact manner. If the child has a tough day, it is important that parents do not reprimand their children or give long lectures about their behavior. Instead, conversations should be brief and solution-focused so that the child stays motivated to get back on track. MyGoalPal offers many options for sharing DRC progress with students and teachers. Tune in to the next video to learn more.